explain to me, like, do you have that feeling that you guys are going to be, are you individually going to be a two-time champ?
I feel like that. I mean, it's hard. You know, in sports it's hard, especially at the elite level. But the only thing you can ask for is just a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a lot of great guys that you want to go to work with, you know, day in, day out. That's another hard part of it. Guys want to win. And then you start adding just like the talent level we have. I mean, when we got there, looking at the talented players we have, I was blown away. And then you add on more guys. You know, you add a guy like Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's, you know, probably the best quarterback to ever play the game. And he's there. He brings that championship mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny from watching him play to actually playing with him, and you see like a lot of his actions, his emotions. It's not an act. That's who he is. You know what I'm saying? And then you bring Gronk, who's a guy that he has a lot of fun, but he's a hell of a player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you keep going, and I just that the morale of the team is so high right now. So all the young guys, the older guys are all playing together. You know, and I feel confident. I feel the same way I did when I played with the Chiefs. Like you could see the swagger, that championship swagger.
Okay, so take me through when you have a veteran, right? Like, look, obviously everybody knows Patrick Mahomes and what he's projected to be, what he's already accomplished. You know what Brady has already accomplished, and they're very different quarterbacks. But take me through the difference between the two of them as kind of like leaders, in the sense of like Tom Brady, you know, there's a level of Tom. You look to the left and you got Tom Brady right there. You're like, all right, we don't have a chance no matter what. And obviously, Patrick Mahomes, sometimes you're kind of watching him at this point in time of his career just to see what the hell else he can do. Kind of break it down, kind of like the difference between having those guys as your leaders.
When I compare them as far as like the leadership, it's different because one's a lot younger, with a lot of talent, and a big upside, and then the other one is very polished. You know who he is. He brings a lot as far as experience. So Tom's he's like my coach. You know, we joke about it. Like he comes in there and he'll tell us, like last night, preparing for the game. Now we didn't know exactly. We watched tape and we dissect the team before we play them, but you're not really sure because everybody plays other teams different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like everything he said that they would play, they did. They played conservative. The coverages they played. Like Tom is he's like a coach on the field. You know, and then when he needs to light a firecracker on your ass, he can do it. And everybody respects it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's like, okay, all right, well, let's go, guys. Where Pat is more like he's younger. He's still like he's leading with his actions as far as on the field. You know, like some of the crazy plays he might make. Or I remember we was down in the playoff game and it was like flat.
Be down every playoff game. Y'all was down. Okay.
Yo, look.
And
then he took over. It's like he started making plays, you know what I'm saying? Running around, straight around, throwing it, no look, throwing alley hoops to LeBron on the baseline. Like Pat, man, he's a different leader as far as like not just necessarily vocally, but with his actions. And he's young, man. He's still growing. Like people, they say how good he is, but the scary thing is he's just starting. You know what I mean? Like it's like his second or third year really playing.
Yeah.
So in 2 years, it might get real dangerous.
Well, that's what he said. He said only in the last few years has he started understanding, learning to read coverages, anticipation. It's like he went through, naturally talented, naturally gifted, understood where he wanted to go, but he's starting to see anticipation, throwing one play and setting up another, looking one way and setting up something else. He said it himself that that's relatively new to him in the last year. He wasn't this quarterback kid that's been playing it since Pop Warner at 12. He's a guy that's actually grown and learned the position. How much different is that than Tom? Tom is a guy that is that's who he is. It's strict. I want to know this. I know you won a Super Bowl, but we also know what Tom has accomplished in the Super Bowls. If you had to go into battle with one, who are you going to battle with?
I mean, it's hard. That's a hard question because you got a guy that's done it for so long. You know what I'm saying? And you got Pat, who's emerged to the superstar. You know, and like you said, Pat, Tom is fundamentally sound. Everything he does, from throwing a 2-yard pass is perfect. Throwing an 80-yard pass is perfect. Where Mahomes, he can be textbook, but he also could, he puts a little baseball in it because his pop's a baseball player. You can see it. You know what I mean? He slide, you ever see a shortstop, he get the ball and he's sliding his body and throw. Pat does all that. So it's all what you want. I think they both can make plays in the big game. I kind of shy away from that. I'm usually not the shy type.
No,
I
no,
say
you
what I
should
mean.
shy away. I'm just setting you up. I'm setting you up.
Yeah, but I mean, they the truth. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You got the old truth, you got the new truth. It's like whatever you want.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.